Heaven Skincare is celebrating our 27th birthday, and it's really exciting to actually have been sort of working this long, and it wouldn't have happened without you. So I just want to say a big thank you to all my customers that have bought. It's so exciting. I can look and I can think to myself, how come that person in Japan uses my skincare? You know, it's an incredible feeling to have been working for so long, and it's just a big thank you to all of you. People ask me, how did Heaven Skincare come about? Well, through a lot of adversities really, really good things come out, and mine was no exception. I worked in a salon, and I wanted to do more. I wanted to do more things at the salon, but they wouldn't really let me too much. So I started doing mobile beauty therapy, actually naughtily while I was still at the salon. I didn't take any customers from the salon, I might add, but I couldn't really afford on my wages skincare to do the treatment. So luckily when I trained, I trained to make skincare. There wasn't that much skincare around when I was, younger, which is, I'm nearly 57 now, so it sounds like it's impossible not to have skincare around because there's so much of it now. But when I was younger, there wasn't, and that was the last course that they actually did, sort of lab work and making skincare, and I was so lucky to have actually been trained in it. So when I was going round to my customers, I would make up some little pots of skincare, little tiny pots, and give it to them after the treatment, because I wanted them to actually carry on looking as good as how I just created the facial or whatever. And I couldn't even afford a couch, so I used to do it on their couch, kneel down, and it really is something that it's unbelievable now that you would ever do that. You'd probably have a loan or something. I never did. My first nail extensions, I got £10 for it, and she gave me £1 tip. And it's just, I remember that lady now, and it's just, when I think about it, so I literally did. People say, oh, I started at the kitchen table, but I literally did start at my kitchen table. I actually started making my products because you cook them on the cooker, and it's like making a sauce really. Sometimes people come around the factory and I tell them little bits about it and I show them now, but I literally did do it on my cooker, and then I would fill the bottles and fill the jars and take them with me, and I'd work night and day. Eventually got that busy that I had to sort of leave my job, and people would ask me, can I buy that? I really liked that. Can I buy it because you're not coming to me for my facial for another 6 weeks, and it's only a small jar that you've given me. And I think it really helped with my sales as well, because I'd just be giving the products after the facial, and I think you've got to use this because I want your skin to be lovely, and it's got to be lovely by the time I come back and see you. And so when people buy my skincare now, I literally say, I feel like I'm giving it to them. Yes, they are paying, but I still feel the same, because I know how important it is for a skincare product to actually work. People will ask me things like, what's my proudest moment, or what do I value the most? It's like they ask me what's my favourite product, but one of my proudest moments was actually opening my Dubai offices, and I literally stood at the top of it was 27 floors high, and I looked out, and it's just amazing, the picture of it with the view down of the it was in the marina. Oh, I was like, I literally, my ears felt like they were exploding. I was so excited, and it was lovely travelling over there to go to Dubai, and obviously we still sell in Dubai now, but with lockdown, you know, I didn't go so much, but that was one of my proudest moments. My other proud moment is obviously being here in this beautiful office. I do feel very, very proud. But also, the thing is about me, I dream a lot of my products, and I dream a lot of things. And I believe that when you think about something, you can achieve it. It's sort of like, I've never read the book The Secret or anything like that, but I believe that you can actually create anything you want. It's just like a passive thought. You think about it passively. And I always said to myself that I wanted an office, and I wanted to own the office. This was going to be my achievement. And I wanted the boardroom to have glass all around it, which this one has got. And I wanted to be able to leave the board table and go and treat a customer. And I have got a room here to treat customers, because I can't not treat customers. It's something that I naturally like to do. My journey to here in the 27 years, the birthday, there has been loads and loads of challenges. There's not ever one biggest challenge, and they're always exciting to overcome. And I choose to look at things in that way, because when I was at home, I couldn't afford my mortgage, so I rented out the house and I moved back with my mum. I couldn't afford my mortgage and have my first business, so I was in a little box room in bed, and I dream of how that I'd be really successful, and and I think about things. So that obviously to actually get my business, so it was successful, that was a challenge. There was other things and obstacles that come up along where when I first wanted to get my products manufactured for me, rather than me having to keep making them because I didn't have the time to do it, I sent all the formulas to a place, and it was a manufacturing place, but they owned shops as well. They manufactured for other people, they owned shops. So I'd go there and I'd tell them, like, the orange flower cell renewal and things like that, all of my beautiful little ingredients and why I put them in my products. And do you know what they said? You can't believe it. They said, you're not having them. We've got the formulas, you never signed anything, and we're using them, and we're keeping all the money. They actually had the cheek to say that. It was so shocking, it was like, it was awful, absolutely awful. And I was upset for about 3 or 4 days. So I thought to myself, after crying and thinking, they've stolen my things and all the upset connected with that, I thought to myself, what's this telling me? So I thought to myself, well, actually, yes, they are my formulas. I'll just make them better. And so that's what I did. I made them better. Something that was an adversity and a problem actually turned out to be something that ended up being really, really good for me. And years later on, Victoria Beckham phoned me up thanking me for my Age Defiance moisturiser. If I'd have had that problem, would Victoria Beckham have had my products in her bathroom? I don't know. But see, this is the thing, when something seems bad, you think, oh, this is bad. You think, actually, what's it telling me? And so this is what I do, I learn from everything. So obviously I'm sitting here in my lovely factory and it's amazing. And I really feel like I should be able to rest in my laurels a bit. But my goals for the future are actually training more people to do what I do. And we want to give the opportunities for people to train in beauty or in various different things that we do here. So an opportunity to give them a start, because I didn't have any training, I didn't have anybody to help me. And I had to do it literally all myself. So I just want to be able to give people that little bit of a leg up. And I suppose a little bit of makeup might be something for the future as well, but not too much, because I don't want to be a makeup brand. I don't want to be a fashion makeup brand. I'd more be like the basics makeup, because that silk skin everybody loves. So at some point in time that will be something that we may be doing. And a bit of perfume will go on this. Sometimes a client will come in and ask for something, or say, can you solve this problem I have, like menopause, spots or something like that. So I would literally go and make something for that customer, and those are the best products when I design something for a particular customer, because there's obviously people all over the world may have the same problem. So it's like the new edition cleanser was the limited edition cleanser originally, because it was limited to the amount I made just for my client, and that was Ulrika. And Ulrika's out there, she knows probably that I made it for her. And I made other products, and the clients used to call them certain things like the custard, which was the body firming moisturiser. And I made that for a client that had psoriasis, and it helped her psoriasis. And so there's various different ones. It's like the orange flower salmonella was made for Michelle. And Mary Roberts, who's sadly not here anymore, she had a problem with her skin. It went very, very flushed and red all the time. She couldn't do anything. She went to doctors and everything. And my bee venom solved that. So, although I didn't make it for her, it solved it. And I mean, it's so amazing that these things, you can do these things. And I have them, you know, it's just great for me. I love it. So, values-wise of heaven, I mean, what are our values and what do we think about? Well, I started off like pouring products into a container and handing them to them. They never had a box because I could never see the point of having a box and throwing it in the bin. I just couldn't. I thought about the trees then when literally nobody else was. We used organic ingredients then when literally not really anybody was using organic ingredients. I just believed that it was important not to put poisons onto your skin. I love the fact that we've got a vegan range now, which is really nice for people. And I love the actual fact that the bamboo is sustainable and it lasts, you know, it grows 12 inches in a day, so I don't think there's ever going to be a problem of no bamboo. And so I think that's really good. And it can be recycled into various different things, which is great. All our boxes are 100% recyclable. Even the tape's recyclable. So I think we're doing really, really well for recyclability at the moment, and we're ever endeavouring to work on more. One thing we do, which you probably don't know about, is that we only open 4 days. Now there's a reason why we don't open 5 days, is because we try and get all of the work in those 4 days for our staff. so that they can go home, they can have a good weekend off, and we try and do that. Also, we're not switching lights on that one day. I think it's important really for me to tell people, you know, to convey about mental health. I'm actually doing treatments on people. We train treatments to help people with mental health. It wouldn't be very good for us if we didn't look after our staff in the same way. And so that's why we've got sort of lots of flowers, lots of sort of greenery. They give out oxygen during the day, and it's a nice working environment. And in the hub of our office, there's like a kitchen, so that we can all come out and relax and talk. And at any time during the working day, people can come and go and get themselves a coffee and sit out. And the reason why they can do that is because it's good for mental health. I always think I get my best ideas in the bath. And so people are working anywhere these days, and I think a lot of companies should think about that. And coming to the 27th birthday, this is everything I'd hoped for, absolutely everything. As a business owner, I just want to say, every time you buy one of our products, it's an amazing gift to obviously your skin, but to me, I notice every name. I'm constantly looking at people all over the world that love my skincare products, and I just want to thank you. You know, yes, it's the birthday, you can get a bit sort of, it's a long time I've been working, but thank you so much.